Welcome, everyone, to Lane Stadium, birthplace of Beamer Ball, where they will touch the Hokie Stone and come alive for Virginia Tech. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. First down here for the offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll go to the ground. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
The running back has it. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And the Hokies will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
He's looking to throw it. Got his man on the right. They get him down after he makes the catch. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Paula.
Yeah, it's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
The Canes will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Caught near the sideline, it's Cantrell. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on Mike?
And they will score! Touchdown, Miami!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They think there's room to run to the right here. The Hokies get enough for the 1st down.
That is an impressive run. And I'll tell you, I know when we think Virginia Tech offense, we're always talking about running quarterbacks, but they've oftentimes had a running back to go along with that mobile QB threat. It makes this rushing attack so difficult to stop. This guy right here really has the ability to do it on his own, though. Because of his speed and power, he is dangerous.
The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They're bringing heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Gain of 4. 2nd down.
And the Canes look to do some damage in the red zone. Right back to the well. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, yeah, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm the defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the 1st down.
Going up top on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Feeling some heat. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Give to the running back. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you've got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
It is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Pittsburgh is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Dan Marino, this might not be over just yet. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to UConn. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Just got 1 on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. He's looking to throw. Unloads it downfield. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And he picks it off and takes it back before he finally steps out of bounds. And that is how we'll wrap up the 1st quarter.
Miami 10, Virginia Tech 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Going to the running game. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15, a 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. They'll give it to him again. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Fires to the middle. He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
And the Canes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there. One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, David.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to that.
Love that throw. I'll tell you, if he keeps making more of those, Lane Stadium and this incredible crowd is going to be going nuts. We've called games here plenty of times in the past. This is one of the best venues in all of college football, and this guy right now is heating up at the QB position. Watch out. It's going to be a sonic boom in here.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. What a snag by the defense. Looking for more room. The 20. 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Canes. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Good concentration to get that squibber inside the 15. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the offense on 1st down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Trying to get to him. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to get the first through the air. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They'll give it to the back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. A 3rd and long coming up here. DB's right up on the receivers. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quick strike complete. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
The give to the single back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Oh, it's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Motion from the offense. Off the RPO, complete. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. Keeps the legs moving. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
He makes the catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll throw it on 1st down. With the catch, it's Cantrell. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Scrambling away. Throwing right. He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their 1st game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but found as he stopped at the 23. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Using the quick game. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the 1st half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2 minutes throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
Wants to throw. It's Boone. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 25. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. From the red zone, looking for a man. Throws for the tight end. Into the house. Touchdown, Hokies!
Man, what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen. Force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, but the lead is still big, down 31-7. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hokies will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Fires to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Comes out throwing on first down. Quick completion on the out route. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Running it to the right. Powers through the defender. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Gets it out quickly. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
They want to run it left here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the stomping has commenced. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And he'll just take a knee. We'll start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Power football with the run. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
To the air on first down. Working that left side now.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to throw, it's Boone. He's got his man. Oh, the ball's on the ground. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Yeah, the receivers got to do a better job in ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free, and this offense is lucky they were able to jump on it to keep possession.
The Hokies are on the move. Looking to go up top on first down. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Leaves it with the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Brings up second and goal.
Now on second and goal. Now on the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. To the air, it's Boone. Unloads to the right. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. The option look. Now the toss. Nice move to pick up yardage. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll run the option. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
It's now second and goal.
Now it's second and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Here's the handoff. And stampeding through the defense. Touchdown, Canes! And the beatdown has ensued.
Number 26.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive to them.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought... They'll bring it out to the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lapped up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide out in motion. To the ground with the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28.
29 Philly.
Looking to pass. It's Boone. Coming after it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And it'll be down right there. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. The lone back's got it. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Miami 45, Virginia Tech 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
Running back searching for a hole. At the 40, there he goes. Open runway ahead. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
On the run, it's Cabrera. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the 1st here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the 2nd half to get back in this game?
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Looking to throw, it's Boone. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. They want to just keep throwing it. Gets it out fast. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, that didn't bust for longer, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. Wide receiver now comes in motion. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He's right on target. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Fires to the right. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. The handoff keep working on that clock. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
And this punt will be down just inside the 30-yard line. About to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Pressure coming. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on 3rd down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he doesn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
Looking to throw, it's Boone. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Well, after not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.